Thank you. Let me thank Bideawee for hosting us. This is a great new space. I was telling Libby on the way over here, there's a place across the street called the Cat Practice, where I board my cat who had some issues, which is still alive, and they do great work as well. So it's a great, vibrant community here for the animals. And they say that you can judge a society by the way it treats its animals. And I'm afraid by that measure we've been failing pretty miserably, and that's what this legislation is meant to address. We are treating dogs, cats, and rabbits even like they're commodities. We allow them to be treated like products on the supermarket shelf, where they're just mass-produced without concern for their well-being, without concern for the well-being of their animal parents, and then sold in a store window as if they are in fact a product. We had a number of incidents here where enforcement was brought against some particular store on Long Island for selling sick animals. A lot of them, these mills are sick and have health problems, and someone purchases them and has thousands of dollars in additional veterinary bills. And this is what the owner said in his own defense, which really summarizes the problem. He says, well, if we sold someone a sick animal, we'll take it back and exchange it for another one. As if that's acceptable. Never mind the concern for the animal itself that was sick and was created by this awful process these puppy mills engage in. It was like, no problem. You bought the wrong can of soup, we'll give you another one. And that was the way these stores look at these animals. When in fact, they become members of our families, they're beloved, and the way we allow them to be treated is completely unacceptable. This bill passed by a huge bipartisan margin in both houses. That never happens these days. And that really shows you that people, once they get into the issue and look at it and educate themselves, it's a no-brainer. We, in the process of passing it through the Senate, and Linda did great work in the Assembly on this, we would be approached by colleagues all the time, saying, well, what about the pet store? What about this one down the street? I'd say to them, give me the name of the store you're concerned about. I call Libby, and you get a list of all the violations that come from the suppliers of those animals, and they were awful. Absolutely awful. Female dogs that were executed, literally shot because they were incapable of giving birth any longer. Animals sitting in their own feces in small cages for days at a time. Just awful, awful things. And there is not a single pet store that sells animals that is not touched by the puppy mill industry. And that's why the right thing to do is just to ban the sale outright. There is no such thing as the responsible retail sale of animals in New York. So we should ban it, allow the stores to sell supplies, foods, etc., which is 98% of the industry, by the way, and then allow them to also have adoption events if they want to work with responsible shelters and rescue agencies so people can get and rescue these beautiful animals like the ones you see here today. And importantly, because some people say they want particular breeds or have allergies or reasons why they need something specific, the law would still allow you to deal directly with a responsible breeder where you go to the site, see it for yourself, you get confidence that it's not one of these puppy mills, and you can get a particular breed if that's your desire. So we are hopeful that Governor Hochul sees the right path on this. There's a tremendous amount of support. Mia supports it very clearly. And we are here to lend all our support to get it across the finish line.